All right, we're going to get started. I hope that everyone at home can also hear me. Please let us know if there are issues. But welcome. Thank you for coming. This is the closing ceremony and graduation for the 15th year of the Hillman Academy. So thank you so much. Let's please give a round of applause to all the students and the mentors who did an amazing job. And we have a really special guest here that I wasn't sure was going to be here, Dr. Mike Lotz, who started this program 15 years ago. It would not exist if not for him and his hard work through the years. So thank you, Dr. Lotz. But thank you all for being here today. I really appreciate it. I'm still hearing a little echo. Mark, do you hear it? Not online? Okay. Sorry for our technical difficulties. But thank you all for being here today, for supporting the students throughout the summer and being here to celebrate with them. It's my absolute honor to be here and to work with these students for the last 7 weeks with a lot of my colleagues. And today what we're going to do in this graduation ceremony, we will get the mic turned off, I promise, on the computer. I'm going to thank a lot of people for a while. And then we have one guest speaker who's going to talk about mentorship, the importance of mentorship. And we're going to have a very typical graduation ceremony where every student who completed their time with us will come across stage and we'll give them a certificate. And we'll end with a white coat ceremony for our YES scholars who are all graduating. So that's what we're going to do today. But before we start again, I just want to say congratulations to all of the students. This picture was taken only 7 weeks ago, outside of the Shadyside Hospital across the street. And I promised you on that day that all of you felt nervous. All of you felt like you didn't know what you were doing and you didn't feel like you belonged and that you wouldn't be able to do this and you wouldn't be able to give talks. And I promised that you would fail a lot during the last 7 weeks. So I hope that all of you were able to learn and to fail with us for the last 7 weeks. And I promised that it would be a short time and that we would be here before we know it. And here we are. So congratulations to all of you. So that's another round of applause for the students. It's been a fun adventure throughout the summer, whether or not you were in the labs pipetting, where some of our students were, or in the lab or a mouse facility, or going through surgeries and shadowing surgeons, celebrating with labs and learning what a lab culture and lab environment is like, or doing the fun things that we did in socializing at the picnic or at Kennywood, or eating lunch with one of the RAs or driving on the bus. It's been filled with a lot of things that I really enjoyed through the summer, all the way to today. There is a little bias because these pictures were all taken by me today because I don't have anyone else's pictures. So these are all Cosby students. Of giving your presentations and completing that, or starting to complete that cycle of knowing nothing to knowing a lot about one very specific thing and then telling one audience about it. So thank you all for giving us your time through this summer. Students, I know you could have done anything. You could have worked at a lifeguard this summer. You could have done many different things, but you chose to give your time to us. And I'm really, really appreciative of it. And I'm just so thankful that I get to do this every year. This is one of my favorite days of the year, is getting to celebrate with all of you. So thank you all. But you're not done. So that's why I was trying to be careful. I was saying you completed your cycle because you're not done, right? So for the YES students, and I've gotten some questions about this today, and we haven't really talked about it over the last 7 weeks. This is just the end of the summer for you. All of the students in the YES program, you're going to continue to work with me. You're going to continue to work with the Hillman Academy to take the presentation that you did today and then convert that into a couple of other opportunities for you, whether that be presentations at local science fairs or at scientific conferences or whatever you choose to do, wherever you choose to talk about the work that you did back at your own school. That can count as something. And we'll talk about some of those opportunities. But you're just starting with us. For the second year students, we're so happy that you've completed the time with us through 2 summers, completed a time through 2 school years. And for your first year students, we're looking forward to working with you through the summer and for welcoming you back, because as a YES student, you're guaranteed admission next summer. So we're really looking forward to work with you again. In our Doris Duke program and our Doris Duke students, you'll notice that a couple of these students up front are actually undergraduates, right? So you're not done with us either. So we also make a commitment for a very small group of you that you can come back as undergraduates so that we can continue to dive deeper into research with you and to show you what this life and career is like. And that is what these 4 students and one who wasn't here have done. So we have Denise and Madeline and Anissa and Jason and Ohm, who's not on this picture. They presented last week. So they presented last Friday at a different symposium. And we hope that a group of you will come back after you enter into college as well. And that again, you are part of our family and you continue to come back and work with us. And then for everyone else, there are opportunities for all of you to take in what you did this summer and to leverage it to help you get to wherever you want to go. So again, whether that's in a local science fair, and there's a lot of acronyms up here. Some of the students might know what they are, but probably no one else. So the Pittsburgh Regional Science and Engineering Fair, the International Science and Engineering Fair, Google, NC WIT, JSHS, the NAACP, some of their chapters have presentations where you can talk about your science. Abercams has a spring symposium that all of you were invited to present at. It's a national-wide conference, but they now, the last 4 years, have done a virtual conference that everyone's invited to for free. So I will send out this information to all of you as these deadlines approach, but we hope that you do other things and that today is not the end for the research that you did today. For those of you who did computational work, you can enter into the AMIA High School Scholars Program. So that's at their annual conference. It's not updated on the website yet, but I talked to the organizers yesterday. They said it will be up soon, and the deadline will either be the end of August or beginning of September. So I will send out that information. I encourage you all to apply. I think this year it might be in San Francisco. So that's a nice trip if you get to do that. Come back as a Doris Duke undergrad. There are other undergraduate programs here at Pitt and throughout. Dr. Ayub runs one of these called Tech Bio that you can come back and work to as an undergrad. The CERT program is a large one here at the University of Pittsburgh, and there are several others here and at colleges wherever you go. So look and explore once you go to college for more of these opportunities while you're still in high school or as an undergrad. The other thing that you can do, and this is what I did a high school program like this. And then when I was an undergrad, I just went to one of the faculty members who taught me and said, hey, I'd like to do research. I see what you're doing is cool. And they took me into their lab. And I was able to get credit for it and then get paid in the summer. They hired me on. So try to find opportunities if this is the path that you want to take to keep engaged in science, keep engaged in research. And we're here to help you get to any of those places, right? Your mentors are here, your site heads are here to write you letters of recommendation, to talk to you about the places that you might want to go. We're all here to help you. So please reach out to us if there's ever anything that we can do for you. And then it's really exciting for me to announce for the first time that the Cancer Center is starting a brand new PhD graduate program called the Oncology Graduate Program that's going to start hopefully next fall and be able to start taking applications this year. This is years away from all of you, but this was designed partially with all of you in mind. We want you to come back here and get a PhD with us. We really, really do. We believe that your training is important, and we believe that the representation that's in this room is what we want this university to look like and want research universities across the country to look like. So we want you to come back. So once you finish undergrad in 5 or 6 years, think about coming back to us and getting a PhD while you're here. But with that, I just want to say, welcome to the family. We're here for you no matter what we can do. We're so happy that you're here. You're very important to us. You will make all of the great discoveries that will come out in the next 2 decades. And we're so glad that you spent a little bit of time with us. So thank you all. And we give one more round of applause to the students. Now, this program would be impossible without about probably 5,000 people here at the university. There's so many people involved in getting you here, getting everything that you need and doing the research. And that starts at the very top with our director, who we happen to have with us today, Dr. Ferris, who talked to you on the first day, who's very supportive of this program. And if he wasn't, it wouldn't be here. So we're so happy that Dr. Ferris supports our program, allows all of you to come in, commits or financially commits to us, commits all of the resources of the Cancer Center. It's absolutely amazing what he does for the program. So thank you to Dr. Ferris. Let's give a round of applause to Dr. Ferris. And that's true of all of the other Cancer Center research leadership. Dr. Dressman Devin, who spoke to all of you last Wednesday, you got to meet. He loves all of you. He wants you to email him. He gave me his email to give to you because he wants to talk to you. Dr. Ellis, all of the other senior research team, and then also our education leadership. So Dr. Beckenist, who is here and is the chair of our education and training committee and who is starting this PhD program, is also highly supportive of all of you and encourages others to participate in it. So let's give a thank to the entire leadership team at the Cancer Center. And of course, Stephen. I don't know where Stephen is. Probably doing like 30 things outside, knowing Stephen. Stephen does everything. I think maybe all of you know that by now. Not only is he is the person that does everything, he's also our thought partner. He's taken a senior or a leadership role in a national STEM ecosystem across 50 pre-college programs like ours to try to think of ways that we can improve and do better. So he's a thought leader, and then he just knows how to do everything somehow and makes it happen. So I could not have a better partner to do this with. Stephen is absolutely amazing. So please, everyone, give a huge round of applause to Stephen. Likewise is true of the site heads. So these are my colleagues. So Stephen and I talk every day about the program, 365 days a year, I think. Maybe some weekends we take off. And then the site heads, we talk on a constant basis throughout the year as well. We look at the surveys. Everyone, please do your surveys. And we try to think, how can we improve for the next year? What didn't work? How can we get better? What did work? How can we do more of that? So I want to give special recognition to all of our site heads. These are the people who recruit all of your mentors. So we are almost an umbrella program of 8 different programs, right? And these are the people who run every single one of those. If any of them fall out, 10 of you go away. They're the ones who have their colleagues, they reach out, they make good matches with the mentors, they put together your curriculum, they put together the education teams that are there, they handle the logistics for each individual program. They do so much work all year round, and I'm so fortunate to call them colleagues of mine. So I want to give a thank you to Andy and Safina and Megan down at Tech Drive X. Let's give them all a round of applause one at a time. Andy. To Partha and David at WCRC, which is their first time doing this. Thank you, Partha. Steve Evans in the surgery site. Tulia and Greg at the ICI site. Deb at CB. Joe and David at Comp Bio. And Yan Yan at ophthalmology. And then I have a special square here around Dr. Ayub. He's the associate director of the program. He and I meet weekly or bi-weekly. I don't even remember. We talk all the time, again, about this program, how we can make it better, how we can find money for it, how we can do all of the different things to keep this program running. So a special thanks to Dr. Ayub, the associate director. So this was the first year since 2019 that we had the dorms and we were able to house students in the dorms. And that's a scary situation every year for me. And we were so lucky this year when Steve and I were talking, we're like, what do we want from RAs? And then we found 4 RAs that fit that. So I want to give a special thank you to Donice, who is here, and Lauren, and Ivy, and Griffin, who are all the RAs who lived with the students, who stayed in the dorms this summer, who went above and beyond and took them places like all the time in the summer. Like they were constantly doing things and then taking care of situations when situations arose and doing the things that they needed to do. I appreciate all that you did so much. Let's please give them a round of applause. And then, of course, our mentors. You will see here that we have a very long list of mentors, right? So there are a lot of people who have worked with students throughout this summer, and all of these people are volunteers. They're all giving of their time. They're all giving of their lab resources. They're all giving of their expertise and the expertise of their labs. They do this selflessly, and they do it because the only thing they get from it is the joy of working with all of you, and because they believe in you and they believe in the mission of working with you. They are the lifeblood of the program. This is not a program without them, right? The whole goal of this program is for you to do research in research labs, right? It's not about talks and lectures and all the other things we do. It's about what you did with them one-on-one through most of the summer. So please, let's give a huge round of applause to all of the mentors that they have. But that doesn't mean we don't have lectures and instructors. And again, because we have 8 sites, we have a lot of them too. Again, all of these people giving of their time, committing it to you, to committing their expertise and giving it to you. Let's give a round of applause to all our lecturers, instructors, guests. And then everyone else who works in all of the cancer center and across the department, the administrative staff who works on payroll, who helps with onboarding paperwork, who, Lola and Gina and everyone across the departments who do so much for us. And again, know how to do those things that we just don't know how to do and are able to make it happen. Let's please give a round of applause to all of them. And in that are interpreters as well, who we've been fortunate to have with them now 2 summers and working consistently with us. Let's give a round of applause to our interpreters. The same is true of our community partners. We rely on them a lot. That's how we found most of you. Most of you were brought to us because you saw something from a teacher who was connected to us, or you're part of Pittsburgh Public Schools, who we partner with in different ways, or FAME, or the Homeless Children Education Fund, Remake Learning, Propel, and Powerhouse. Other programs here at the university, like the Gene Team, Citizen Science Lab, the AIU, the Pittsburgh Promise. We work with all of these community organizations to try to find students like you and to learn from them of how best to work with you, even though we know we fall short. We try, and we try with their expertise leading the way. So I want to give a big thank you to our teachers, community members, the community engagement centers, all the parents and students, all of you who will tell others about it. So please give a round of applause to all of our partners. And then, of course, all of you, their support system outside of here, their parents, your guardians, your families, your friends, all of which I know. I have a 17-year-old myself. I know all the sacrifices you made to get your students here all the time, like leaving work early, coming in late to work, trusting them to take maybe the city buses for the first time or move around campus on the city bus. All of these things I know are hard as a parent. So thank you so much for supporting our students and supporting your students and for allowing them to be here and work with us this summer. So thank you. Please give yourselves all a round of applause. And I also want to thank all of our funders. The National Cancer Institute is our largest funder, the Doris Duke Foundation, another large funder, and the Hillman Foundation. Through the Ear and Eye Foundation that Yan brought with us, and the Beckwith funds that Steve brought, the University of Pittsburgh, the Cancer Center and their support, the Shadyside Hospital, Grable Foundation has given us support. We've had grateful parents and patients who have donated money to our program. We are constantly looking at ways of making this program sustainable and existing for another 15 years. So I want to give a big round of applause to everyone who helps to pay for all of this program. So please give a round of applause. And of course, a lot of that financial support comes from your mentors. So all of those experiments that you did, all of the cell lines that you ran, all of the chemicals that you did, that didn't come from any of our money or our budget. That came from their budget. So our mentors, again, volunteer their time, and also in addition to supporting you cognitively and helping you and mentoring you, they also give freely of their labs. So let's give them another round of applause to our mentors. And again, we're not done. So I am tasking all of you with a couple of things. The first is to keep in touch with us. I really want to help you get wherever you want to go. And that's true of your mentors, that's true of the site heads, that's true of the leadership team that's here. We can only do that if you stay in contact with us. Your email addresses will change, your cell phone numbers will change. Please stay in contact with us. Reach out to us. Let us know when good things happen. Let us know when you need help. Reach out to us and do that. Stay in touch for a long time. We will also send you one survey a year. That's it, one. It's very short. It will not take you long to answer. So we ask that every year you answer that survey. It's way shorter than the survey we asked you to complete today. It's like 5 questions. Where are you? What are you doing? That's basically it. So please take that time to answer that survey every year. Keep in touch with us. Let us know how we can do it. But please do your survey today too. I sent an email out to you last night with the link to it. Everyone, this is the QR code. If you haven't done it yet, get this QR code. This survey is very important to us. I promise you, we look at the data that you give to us. We look at the feedback. We make changes based on it. We might not fix it all in 1 year, but we make subtle changes to try to get there. So all of you complete it. And then if you're in the Doris Duke program, you will have a second one sent to you probably through me from the funder, but I haven't received that yet. I asked for them, so that's still coming. So please do those. For those of you who've done computational work, submit to AMIA. That's coming up soon. That's why I have it here in less than a month. The yes students, you're going to hear from Stephen and me relatively soon. We'll have our first meeting either late August or mid-September. So within the next month or so, we'll meet for the first time. I'll explain in a lot more detail what we're going to do on that call, okay? But come to that call. If there are any Doris Duke students who think they might be interested in yes now that you come through, reach out to Stephen and I. There might be some open spots where we can move you over to, okay? So please do that. And then lastly, if we ask you or send an email, please answer, engage on Discord. That Discord we're gonna use every year. We've been using it since 2020. I know there were some alumni from a couple of years ago who have chimed in a little bit on it. So you stay engaged on that Discord. Help the students who come next year and share opportunities that you have. So stay engaged there. And then lastly, what I'm tasking you to do is to spread the word about the program. We're in this nice feed forward loop where we have great students who are able to get those great mentors to volunteer. And because we have great mentors, we are able to recruit great students. And what we're asking you is to think about your peers or your family and tell us who we should work with next year or in 2 years or in 3 years. I even asked you on the survey for the first time this year to identify a couple of people you think would be good for the program so we can reach out to them. We want you to be the ambassadors. We want the people who from your schools, from our community, from your community to be here. So please spread the word and tell them about our program as well. But with that, I want to thank you. Again, congratulations. One more congratulations to the students and the mentors for the great work. And I'm now going to turn it over to Dr. Ayub, who's going to talk about, that's not the right one, is it? Let's see. Yeah, go ahead.
I know your hands are totally tired of clapping, but can we get one huge round of applause for this guy right here? Yeah. Yeah, the program wouldn't exist now, definitely for David and all of his hard work. So thank you, David, for everything that you do.
All right. Thank you. All right, let me share this.
Okay, can everyone hear me? Am I good online too? Wonderful, thanks. Well, thank you, David. It's good to be here. In the past 2 years, we've, I guess every site head has talked about the mentors that meant something to them. And this year we streamlined the program. So it's just me talking a little bit about things in general, but also some of my mentors too. And when I think about mentoring, go back to where the word came from, actually. I don't know if those that are familiar with this, but this is a fellow named Mentor. This is from Homer's epic work, The Odyssey. And Mentor was a friend of Odysseus, who was the father of Telemachus. Odysseus went off to fight the Trojan War. He had his epic journey back home, which took him about 10 years. But before he left for the war, he left Mentor to help groom, take care of his son Telemachus, to guide him and to teach him. And as it turns out, Mentor was actually terrible at his job. I don't know if many people really knew this, but when Telemachus really needed help, it was actually the goddess Athena, the Greek goddess of wisdom, warfare, and some other things too, that took on the guise of Mentor to really help Telemachus when he really needed it the most, to fight off the suitors that were vying for his mother, to keep his claim and his father's claim to the throne too. So I thought this was an interesting point, and also it shows that mentors aren't just old guys with white hair too. So I think something interesting to keep in mind. Then, when I think about mentoring or some of the mentoring work that I do, people ask, like, well, what does a mentor do? And I think it's a complicated answer, but I like the way that this cartoon categorizes this or captures this. So this is Savage Chicken cartoon by Doug Savage. And here on the left, we have a rocket scientist chicken that is doing his job, but it says it's not like it's brain surgery, right? And conversely, we have a brain surgeon, neurosurgeon chicken who is doing his job and saying it's not like it's rocket science. So, they're both doing these really difficult tasks that they see the other as being quite difficult. That's their perception, but they're doing it. And I think this is what mentors do. They help introduce us to these difficult areas like cancer biology research, like you all did this summer. They encourage us along the way, and they equip us to be able to succeed and to be able to do these really difficult tasks. Then when I also think about mentoring, I think about my family too. And here's a picture of grandma and grandpa on the left here, and my uncle Enrique, and then my two dads. So this actually isn't my family, but these are my mentors. These are some of my most influential mentors. So on the left here, this is Doctors Jean and Joe Sanger. They were my undergraduate mentors. If you know them, or if you're going to see them, please don't tell them I called them grandma and grandpa. I don't want to give that. Oops, somebody's gotten in here. That impression. Enrique de la Cruz was an early influence of mine. And on the right here, we have Alex Kolotkin and John Minden, who were my grad school mentor and my postdoc mentor, respectively. And it was the Sangers who introduced me to science. When I was in college, I was a junior and really wasn't really familiar about the whole scientific endeavor. And I showed up to their lab looking for a work study job. I wanted to get more involved, and I really didn't know much about what was going on, but I showed a desire to get involved. I showed that I had a certain work ethic, and I was coachable. They could teach me something, so they took a chance on me, really, and that's something that I will always be grateful for. And they really are the ones that introduced me to this field. Enrique was a postdoc down the hall from the lab that I was working in at the time, and he really encouraged me. When I started to think about, I was actually pre-med, and then I decided I wanted to go to grad school to pursue science. I wasn't sure if this is something that I could do. And I remember telling him one day too, I was like, oh, I know I can't do this. I'm not gonna be able to do it. I can't write a $1 million grant. And he looked at me and said, you can't, but they're gonna teach you how to do that. And that, and just his encouragement along the way was a huge part of me actually just starting on that difficult journey as well. He's so good at this too, and I consider myself really lucky to have interacted with him. This is a snap from a video he has on iBiology through the American Society for Cell Biology, and he gives a talk on how to succeed in science. So I think I got the early version of this talk that's much more polished now. So I encourage you to look him up. And then Alex and John were the ones that really equipped me. They gave me the skills to be successful, all the technical things that I needed to know. And even though I say they equipped me, it felt like I was being whipped by them sometimes, just the amount of work that they made me do and how hard they pushed me at times. But I'm so grateful for everything that how they challenged me, and everything that they gave me in order to be here today and to succeed. And thinking about them together, I realized they also demonstrated the importance of mentoring to me too, just how important this is in science and medicine. And as the importance as a mentee also. And because of that, I tried to get mentors everywhere I can. And this is leaving off so many other people that have had such an influence on me and helped me to be where I am today. I would not be here for sure without any of these folks. So and these are my kids on the right. I just wanted to have an opportunity to show them off. So that's them there. And they've taught me a lot too, different ways, but definitely taught me a lot. They've demonstrated the importance of mentoring as a mentor and a supporter of mentoring through obviously the academy here, the undergraduate program that I'm involved in, my role in the Center for Mentoring here at the University of Pittsburgh, and also some national organizations, the Center for the Improvement of Mentored Experiences in Research and the National Research Mentoring Network, which I would encourage everyone to check out too, if you want to get involved more as a mentee or as a mentor also. And lastly, they demonstrated the importance of mentoring to me as a first-generation student too. So these are actually my parents, Josephine and Elias. They both passed around 5 years ago. My mom died of pancreatic cancer, which is one reason why this program is so important to me too, and so dear to me. My dad died a few months after that from a broken heart, really. My mom grew up in Lebanon, the country in the Middle East, and on a farm, basically. So she didn't go to high school. My dad grew up shortly after the Depression here and had to work to help support his family too. So, they didn't go to college, they didn't go to high school, and they really couldn't help me with a lot of the things that I was getting involved in and being interested in too. They supported me throughout everything, and I'm obviously very grateful for all of their love and support that they gave me. But it was in the scientific realm that, they just didn't know, or even academically. So, that's another reason why, all the other technical mentors and other folks that I had in academia were so important to me in my career path. And again, if it wasn't for all of them, again, I wouldn't be here today. And I reach out to them regularly to let them know that too, which I think is another point. So that brings me to the end here too. So, mentors really do matter. It's really important. So keep in touch with your mentors. The ones you just met this year, some mentors that you've had in the past too. I'm not just speaking to the students, I'm speaking to everybody for this. Find additional mentors. That means that you're still growing and you're still learning things. Find other people to help you out as well, and to run things by. Look for ways to be mentors yourself too. It's never too early. One of the things that we do in our undergrad program is to have them mentor the high school students that are here this summer as well. And so I look for, a lot of you too to become mentors soon yourselves. You have things to share, you have talents. Again, you don't have to look like the original mentor to be a mentor. And lastly, thank your mentors for sure. They put a lot of work and effort into you and your success. So just sending them a note every now and then just to say thank you, I think is a really important thing. So with that, let's take this opportunity to again thank all of our mentors that this summer and that we've had. Okay, with that, there's a ring here.
Oh, I'm glad you said.
Are you proposing?
Yeah. One pause. We did find a ring downstairs. If anyone lost a ring, let us know. Okay. With that, we're going to start our graduation ceremony. And how we're going to do this is we're going to do it by site. So the first site is going to be Comp Bio, as Dr. Ayoub has already started. So all the Comp Bio students come down right now, and then we're going to say your names and take a picture at the end. And then you can hold your applause to the end if you're able to do so. If you want to applaud as we say their name, that's fine too.
Awesome. Let me take this one off then. Oh, can you hold this for a second? Think so? Yeah, just come on up here. Yeah. Okay, so our first student is Oliver Adams. Come on up and get your certificate. Congratulations. Thank you for being with us this summer. Stick around here. We're going to take a picture together. Ruth Ayers. Congratulations, Ruth. Fatima Basiriou is not with us. She's actually in college now. She had to leave a little bit early. Hurrah, Pennsylvania, I have to say. She's going to my alma mater, but a round of applause for her. Kayla Bochanowski. Congratulations, Kayla. Stephanie Chen. All right. Congratulations. Anna Delele O'Connor. Congratulations, Anna. Henry Gaston. Pleasure having you this summer. Ian Lysian. Neil Porwall. Okay, let's give all of our Cobras another round of applause here. Picture. All right, let's get a. Oh, yeah, I know. We don't have a lot this year, but okay, fine.
All right, WCRC is next. Five, six. You're missing one more. You should have seven, right? You should have seven. Oh, no, she's here. All right. Our first student, Donis Griffin. Joy Anthony Gray. Okay, he left. Okay. May Cano. Thea Johnson. Nazia Roberts. Last but not the least, Aneri Shetji. Right, Aneri, come on in. Okay.
ICI is up next.
ICI, come on down.
That was real quiet.
Oh my goodness.
All right, this is for the ICI site. So first is Alessandra Assure. Next is Parthiv Bandy. Up next is Nora Cohen Pirani. Up next is Carlo Gambato. Sulwa Kaufman Okoko. Next is Ryan Krishna. All right. Up next is Ruby Crotein. Next is Arya Mehta. Next is Audrey Monroe Neely. Oh, not here. Online is Ilian Nazarali. Up next is Toby Alara. Also someone who had to leave early is Leah Omer. Couple more, we got a big group. Next is Lily Polkowski. Jermaine Taylor. Two more. Camille Wiley. And last but not least, Camilla Zaror.
Next is cancer biology.
Okay, cancer bi-
It's just not very loud.
Okay, cancer biology, come on down. Okay, so Jason Chen is our undergraduate, returning third year here. Lorenzo Aguilera. Here, wait. All right, Lorenzo, there. No. Oh. Jason, I forgot to. Okay, and Ramia Halak. Franco Alvarez. Desiree Amposa. Did I say that right? Good. Nancy Chen. There you are. Avery Ellsbury. There you are. Ginny Guo. Daniel Guo, not related. Anthony Calvi. There you are. Good job. Ian Legrand. All right. Sam Litwin. Leviticus McGraw Sapp. Very honorable name. And Arav Sararapaneni. Sararapaneni. Did I get it right? And that's a wrap for cancer biology. You guys all did a great job. Thank you for being here this summer. Oh, can we have our other mentors? Can we have the other two mentors come up?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Good job, CB. Next up is surgical oncology.
Come on up, team. Surgical oncologies in the house. I just want to say to everyone that Dr. Michael Loach is part of my beginning. Dr. Loach, you didn't stand up. Could you please stand up right now, please? Dr. Mike, yes. Dr. Loach and I met in 1987 as when I was a fellow at the National Cancer Institute Division of Surgical Oncology with Dr. Steven Rosenberg. And so I also wouldn't be here without his mentorship, because even in being a surgical resident here, Dr. Loach was my attending. So I'm following in his footsteps with his passion. We've also run many races together while at the NCI. So, yeah. And I'm thankful for all of our mentors who helped make this possible in our Department of Surgery. Dr. Uday Kamula, Dr. Joseph Church, Dr. Josh Brown, and who am I missing? Dr. Christine Leeper. We got them all? Excellent. And we're celebrating today Mariah Harris. Shake my hand. Muhammad Ali on the gosh. Michael Eulis. Lucas Pooh. And Terrell Wayford. Give them a round. Also, can't be remiss if I didn't mention our program coordinator, Justin Wyden.
All right, surgery. Next up is ophthalmology. Come on down, ophthalmology.
So I just want to say congratulations, boys and girls, for our ophthalmology department scholars. So you did a terrific job on your research, and also your presentation is amazing this morning. And I wish you all the success in the future and wish to see you in the future. So we have Arena Navels who is out of town right now. And Jason Ma. Congratulations. And Daniel Komolowski, and he's leaving early. So, and he's a yes student. Jasmine Horton. Congratulations. And Ismail Ali. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
All right, and now Cosby. Come on down. And Cosby students online, I'd love for you to turn your camera on if you would. Yeah, stand right there. No, because half of them are online. All right. So I see our first one is online right above. Our heads over here, we have Om Orogen. And I think by him somewhere is Divi, his brother. Maybe he's there. Michaela. I will shake your hand. Why is this so hard? Why are we all forgetting to shake hands? Sean Fernando. Samantha Fernsborough online? Maybe. These are falling everywhere. Adam Ferris. Jimdy, and I'm gonna butcher your last name. How do you say your last name? Isuguzu. Nice. Congratulations. Marlon Jones. Congratulations. Anissa Odin, who I know has already left. She's sick today. Freedom. Oh, Anissa. Freedom back for a second time through. Abril Linares Mendoza. Yeah, congratulations. Jose Maldonado. Congratulations. Thanks. Trinity Manison. Congratulations. Gibran? Is Gibran online? Let's give him a round of applause. Yeah. Jeremiah Sacho, also back for the second year. Oh, who's left? And Dylan's son. Congratulations. Congratulations, Cosby. And now to finish, we have a special recognition. Oh my gosh. Did I give you those? Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry, Andy. Tech Drive X, please come down.
Last but not forgotten.
Did I give those to you? That's why I was handing them to you and I said,
it's all right.
no, I'm sorry. Long day.
So I am so proud of this group of students who've come. We've had a couple of returning students, many new students, and a few who aren't here at this ceremony, but that's okay. So firstly, Abby Bodart. Claire Cho. Madeline Douglas. Gavin Drake. Vanessa Gonzalez Reichner. Lucas Herzl. Gus Collar. Jade Lee. Tabo Makandawire. She had a Zoom meeting for college right now. Arnav Patel. Norin Ray. Sophia Song. She's going to the airport. Lauren Weaver. And Jada Weichel. That's it.
Yeah. Are there any other sites I forgot about? So sorry. All right. And last, we have a special celebration for all of our students in our YES program. And all of these students who are getting their own embroidered white coats today have completed 2 summers of research and at least 1 school year wide program with us. So all of these students have been with us some time now, and so we want to celebrate with them. So, Muhammad, come on down. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, we'll say congratulations to Leah, but she left early, right? Leah, Omer. Alessandra. Franco. Put it on and we're taking a picture. Who's next? Jeremiah, come on down. Who's next? Zoe. I'll give you these. Here, I'll pick them up. Okay. Say the names, you give them to him. Nancy, Chen, come on down. Fatima, I think she left early, right? Arya. Gibran online, you still there? Maybe. Levi. Where's Leviticus? All the way in the back. Neil. Camille. How many can you hold at once? Just say Sophia. Which Sophia is? Oh, Sophia Song. I think she's on. Sean Fernando. And Toby. Toby here? There she is. Your first test is figuring out how to unbutton them and get them on. Yeah, take a picture once they get done. And I will say, as they're finishing up, this is the last thing we're going to do. But before you leave, I'm asking all of the students to please go out into the nice area of the assembly so we can take group pictures all together. So out by all of the glass. So as they're finishing up and we're taking pictures here, when we're done, please go out there. If that ring belongs to anyone, please find me. I have it. And then there are abstract books. So for the students who did not get those abstract books, they're up here too. And then make sure you turn in all of your badges to Stephen before you leave. All right, you got it, Levi. But let's give a big special round of applause to all of our second year YES students. Congratulations. All right, get together. Oh, you guys letting Sean hang over there. There you go. And Toby? Oh, Toby looks good. Are you popping it up? And please, can we give one more round of applause to all the students and mentors for making this summer possible? Congratulations. But with that, we are finished. Students, please, everyone, start to go out by the glass. Stephen's going to get a good picture of you in front of a pretty background. And thank you, everyone, for coming.